It doesn't happen overnight. You don't wake up one morning sipping tea with royalty or suddenly dressing like a character from a 1950s black and white film. Becoming high class isn't loud. It's not a Rolex on every wrist or champagne with every meal. It's quieter than that. Subtler. And what's even more surprising? Many people walk around every day, unaware that their habits, their outlook, and their little daily choices are slowly placing them in a class of their own. Not in the flashy, elite way some imagine, but in a truly refined, internally rich kind of way. You might not own a penthouse or vacation in the Alps, but if you're doing these things, you may already be high class without even realizing it. Let's walk through them. Number 1. You're intentional with your time. There's a quiet confidence that comes with guarding your time. When you stop saying yes to every plan just to keep people happy, when you start choosing peace over pressure, when your schedule reflects your priorities, not your need to please, something shifts. You no longer feel guilty for missing every party or replying to texts a day late. Instead, you focus on meaningful activities, reading, working on personal projects, or simply taking a slow morning with coffee and silence. You plan your weekends around your energy, not just events. That's not laziness, that's self-respect. And it's one of the earliest signs of inner elegance. Number 2, you speak less and listen more. It's a subtle move that goes unnoticed by many, but it speaks volumes. When you're in a room and don't feel the need to prove yourself, interrupt, or dominate the conversation, you carry a calm sense of presence. You're not silent because you have nothing to say. You're listening because you don't need the spotlight. You've realized that wisdom often comes not from speaking first, but from understanding deeply. Whether you're at a dinner table, a meeting, or even chatting with a stranger at a cafe, you listen with intention. You nod, you wait, and you only add value when it matters. That's a rare skill, and it commands a certain quiet respect. Number 3, you don't feel the need to flash labels anymore. There was a time when maybe designer names mattered, when you wanted people to know you were wearing this brand or that logo, but now you find beauty in quiet luxury, in quality without shouting, in style that whispers instead of screams. You might wear a plain white shirt, but it fits you like it was tailored. You prefer well-made shoes over trendy sneakers. Maybe you've started shopping less often, but investing in pieces that last. Even if it's secondhand or thrifted, the way you carry yourself makes it look like art. That's class. It's not about money, it's about mindset. Number 4, you're drawn to cleanliness and simplicity. You may not even realize it, but there's something about minimalism that calms you now. You've started clearing clutter, organizing your space, keeping your home neat not for show, but for peace. You like clean countertops, a tidy closet, neutral tones. Even your digital life is more organized. Fewer unread emails, structured folders, fewer apps on your home screen. When your environment is calm, your mind follows. And that's the kind of internal luxury that makes outer noise feel less important. Number 5, you've stopped explaining yourself to everyone. At one point, you may have felt the need to justify your choices. Why you moved cities. Why you cut off certain friends. Why you no longer drink every weekend. But now, you just move in silence. You don't post every achievement. You don't argue every criticism. You just live, and people notice. Because when you no longer need to be understood by everyone, you become magnetic. You let your results, your aura, your actions speak for you. That's how the truly high class operate. Number 6, you take care of your body. Not to impress, but to respect it. You've stopped chasing six-packs and started valuing sleep. You eat whole foods not for aesthetics, but because your energy matters. You move your body because it feels good, not because you're punishing it. You take vitamins, hydrate, and stretch. You go for long walks just to think. You understand that your body is your real estate. It houses your thoughts, your creativity, your essence. That respect shows in the way you carry yourself. Even the glow in your skin or the way you sit upright without effort, those are signs of someone deeply aligned with their physical self. Number 7, you're learning about money quietly. You're not bragging about your savings account. You're not flashing crypto gains on Instagram. But behind the scenes, you've been learning, reading, budgeting, building. You watch financial videos, read investment blogs, or maybe track your expenses on a spreadsheet each week. You understand the power of compound interest. You now think about long-term peace, not just short-term dopamine hits. You skip random purchases because you have a bigger vision. And you know wealth isn't just what you spend, it's what you keep and grow. That shift is silent, but powerful. Number 8, you don't argue online or enter every debate. In a world addicted to noise, there's something classy about restraint. You scroll, you observe, but you don't always jump in. Not every comment needs your reply. Not every post deserves your reaction. You don't need to win arguments anymore. You've realized that real power isn't proven in comment sections. It's lived in everyday grace. Your ego has shrunk, but your wisdom has grown. That's high-class composure in its rawest form. Number 9. You've started valuing experiences over things. More and more you find yourself craving sunsets over shopping halls, deep conversations over loud parties, good food, slow walks, books, time with family. These have become your new luxuries. Instead of buying another pair of shoes, you'd rather try a cooking class. Instead of flashy gifts, you value handwritten notes or shared memories. You've learned that fulfillment isn't bought, it's lived. And when joy is found in the simple and soulful, you've crossed into a rare emotional richness most overlook. Number 10. You're selective with who you let in. Not in an arrogant way, but you're more mindful now. You protect your space, your peace, your circle. You don't chase people who drain you. You've stopped begging for belonging in rooms where you feel out of place. You choose friends who feel like home. You set boundaries without guilt. You can go days without drama because the people around you respect your energy. That kind of curation in your social life is a hallmark of someone with emotional wealth. Someone who understands that access is a privilege, not a right. Number 12. You prioritize privacy over performance. You've stopped performing your life for others. You no longer feel the need to document every meal, every trip, or every small win. Your life isn't a highlight reel, it's a sacred space. You're content keeping things to yourself, not out of secrecy, but because not everything needs an audience. You protect your private moments now. Whether it's a quiet coffee on your balcony or a relationship that brings you peace, you don't broadcast it. And when something good happens, your first thought isn't to share it online, but to sit with it, soak it in, and feel the fullness of gratitude. That shift from external validation to internal fulfillment is what separates those chasing attention from those cultivating substance. And that's a powerful mark of someone stepping into quiet, dignified high class. Number 13. You've mastered the art of saying no without guilt. You don't over-explain. You don't apologize for needing rest. You no longer stretch yourself thin just to avoid disappointing others. You've realized that every time you say yes to something that drains you, you're saying no to yourself. Now, you protect your time, your energy, and your mental peace. Not out of selfishness, but out of quiet self-respect. And that ability to walk away without noise, that's a soft, graceful form of power that only the emotionally wealthy understand. If these things sound like you, even just a few, you're already becoming high class in the truest sense. Not because of wealth or status or influence, but because of how you think, how you move, and how you treat yourself and others. High class isn't a lifestyle you buy. It's a way of being, a way of seeing the world with depth, living with intention, and carrying yourself with grace. Whether anyone is watching or not, it's in the tone of your voice, the softness of your eyes, the patience in your words. It's in how you leave a room better than you found it, whether through a kind comment or just your calm presence. So the next time you wonder if you're there yet, remember this: real class doesn't announce itself. It just is. And maybe you already are.